coverage of Decision 2018. Unparalleled access to assist you in the most important midterm elections of your lifetime. Exclusively at Kevin McCullough Radio.
So very glad to have you with us, Kevin McCullough. Thank you for being here. That election 2018 is, it's going to be here before you know it. I know it's the dead drolls of summer right now, but we have got a lot of places where the president and his agenda could move forward if people are activated. And regarding that, I'm interested in the New Jersey District 12 election for Congress. Daryl Kipnis is running for that seat, and he's running in a pretty staunchly Democratic district, but he joins us now. Daryl, welcome. Thank you for being here.
And thank you for having me, Kevin. It's my pleasure and my honor to be on the air with you.
Sure thing. Your opponent won her seat by 30% in 2016. What are you running on that will move that needle?
Well, what I'm running on is giving people a choice of having somebody that's actually going to represent their interests and the interests of their families, and to solve the problems that people are facing every day in New Jersey. New Jersey is, as everybody's heard, one of the most expensive places in the country to raise a family, and there's really no reason for that to be the case. And the reason why it is the case is because career politicians like my opponent, who have been involved in state government before getting into Congress, voted constantly for tax increases, which really go towards funding cronyism and taking care of the political elite class at the expense of people whose votes they take for granted. And my message to everybody is I'm actually running to help you. I'm actually running to try to zero in on things that are going, difficulties that you're having in your life that I can make better. And one of the main things that I'm looking at introducing when I get to Congress is, if you looked at the UNICEF's Alice report, Central Jersey, the area of my congressional district, is actually one of the places in America where there's a high level of what's known as the working poor, where people are just earning enough to subsist. And in another survey that came out, 40% of adults throughout the country can't scrape together $400 in the event of an emergency. So one of the pieces of legislation that I'm going to want to introduce when I get to Congress is a emergency fund rainy day type act. And now what this will do is, as long as you're not in the two highest federal tax brackets, you will be able to take $5,000 of your money every year up to a maximum of $100,000 and put it away in an account tax-free, and you can use it for any emergent expense that comes up in your life that exceeds 10% of your gross biweekly income. So in other words, it's not just a medical expense where it's a high deductible or something like that, but if a tree falls on your house and you have to make repairs and it's less than your homeowner's deductible, if your transmission dies on your car, any type of emergent expense that comes up, or if you lose your job and there's a time of hardship, it'll be something that you can tap into. Rather than people looking ahead to retirement, unfortunately, a lot of people are just trying to get by, and that's who I'm here for. I'm trying to do whatever I can to help people that are struggling financially. As a father of three and a small business owner, living in Central New Jersey, paying the high property taxes that we all pay, my experience is the same as pretty much everybody's. I'm not a member of the wealthy political elite class. I'm a regular person that stepped up to run for Congress to make sure that New Jersey is represented, to make sure people's interests are represented, and to make sure that we have a seat at the table. Because right now, as my running mate for the U.S. Senate, Bob Hugin, and I are telling everybody, New Jersey is 50 out of 50 in terms of money that we send to Washington from federal income tax from people here versus what we get back in the form of federal appropriations for roads, for schools, for everything. And, the reason why that happens is the people that keep getting reelected to Congress, particularly the Democrats who think that they're in safe districts, aren't really going out of their way to create value. They're just existing to get reelected. And that's great for themselves, but it's not so great for everybody that depends on them to be their voice in Washington. And that's why I came forward to run. That's why my message is put out to everybody, regardless of what your affiliation is. You saw what happened, Kevin, with the Statue of Liberty incident yesterday.
Yep.
And as I said, nobody will have to engage in that type of a stunt to get my attention on any issue that's important to them, no matter what it is. That's what I want to bring to everybody in the 12th district. Just to throw something out there, I have a fundraiser coming up on August 1st at Trump National in Bedminster. If anybody's interested in coming, and supporting the campaign, you can check out the information on my website. You can also follow me on Twitter at Kipnis #4 Congress. And you can also follow me on Facebook. Just search Daryl Kipnis for Congress, and you'll find it. And I want to be a welcome. I'm welcoming to everybody. You see a lot what's going on with the left right now, where just yesterday there was a video surfacing of somebody who was assaulted for wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat in Texas. And my opponent and others like Governor Murphy and Senator Menendez and obviously Representative Maxine Waters aren't doing anything to discourage that type of behavior. In fact, they're encouraging it. It's not necessary. Abusing people for a political agenda is not necessary at all. And I want to make it clear that I'm here for everybody. If you have an issue, there's no reason to act like that. You have my attention. Just reach out to me.
We're speaking with Daryl Kipnis, who's running for the congressional seat in New Jersey 12. And if you want more information, his website is kipnisforcongress.com. KIPNIS forcongress.com. And Daryl, I like the message, and I hope that you'll stay on it. And certainly with Bob Hugin championing this as well, this is something that all of New Jersey could experience growth from. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
Kevin McCullough Radio, coming right back.